Hey boys and girls, this is Miss Williams doing your literacy video, and we're going to go back to what we were working on and which letter were we working on for this week. Hopefully you remember it's letter O, and letter O is a vowel. And so how many sounds does letter O make? And it makes two sounds, and it makes the ah sound and also the O sound. I have a picture card. We have a fox on the screen. And to spell fox, we have Fox. And when you're sounding it out, it's ox, fox. And so we have the O in the middle of the word. Our next card, we have hose, hose. And to sound that one out, we have O. And remember the sneaky E or the silent E at the end of the word. And O is also in the middle of the word. Here's how you spell hose. And so we have O. And then the E is silent. It doesn't say anything. So also we remember those two sounds for the letter O. In your workbook, we're practicing here. Hopefully you got a chance to do this page where you had to find things that have the same sound as box. And so box has the ah sound, like sock. And then it didn't have any other ones. Cat has the ah sound. Rope has the o sound in it. So for home, we have home for O. We have the O in the middle. And then you have to look at the three pictures to see if one of those pictures has the O sound. So we have rose has the O sound. So you would circle it. Then we have cone. Cone has the O sound. It makes your mouth make it round. So you're going to circle it. Pan. Pan. That one doesn't make your lips go oh. And so this one, you can just cross it out or just leave it. So that one you won't circle. Our next page, we have short O, which is ah, long O, which is O. So for this page, you have two words at the top. You have ox, fox, and you're going to trace the letter O. Then you have om. And I knew to say O because of the E. The silent E makes this vowel, the letter O, the O sound, and just says its name. So we have home. Now we have 6 pictures, and we have to figure out which one has the ah sound and which picture has the O sound. And so what I did in my class is we did R and we used the letter B to write in the circles first. And so if it is R, that's going to be red, and then B will be blue. So for R, it's going to have the ah sound, like fox. And B, were blue, it was going to be the O sound. So remember when you color your circle, red will be ah, blue will be O. All right, so let's start. So we're going to do the letters first, and then you can go back and color your circles. So our first one is cone, cone. So we have the O sound. So this one, what letter will we write? Will it be R or B? Okay, and this one will be letter B. So write a letter B in the circle, just a small one. Then we have pot, ot, odd. Is that like fox or like home? What letter should we write? Okay, so this one should be letter R, like fox and pot. The next one, mop. Ah, mop, as the ah sound. So is that letter R or letter B? And that one is like fox. So you're going to write the letter R. Our next picture we have is dog, dog. So we have og, dog. So it has the ah sound like fox. So you're going to write the letter R. Next, we have nose. N-O-S, nose. So it has the O sound, just like home. So you're going to write the letter B for home, like home, and for nose. Next, we have box, box, b-ox, and it rhymes with fox, and it's just like fox and box have the ah sound. So you're going to write letter R. So now that we've done the 6 pictures, if it is a letter R, you're going to color it red. If it is a letter B, you'll color it blue. And your next page, we have on this page, it says my words to know. And you have a picture of a goat, and we've got the straw. We have a boy that's hiding behind the tree. We have the apple tree. We have a goat. We have words to know. We have find, over, again. And our first sentence, see if you can read the sentence. It says, my sentence is to read. We want you to start making sure you're sounding out your words, trying to read the words in your book. And it says, he can look over here. And now you say it. And if you notice, it has a period, so that means you stop or you're finished with the sentence. And they did a line under over. They drew an underline. They underlined the word over. Okay, our next sentence. He is going to look again. Which word do you see that is in our words to know? Okay, we have the word again. So you're going to draw a line under the word again. And now you try to read the sentence. Ready? Okay, and there's the period again. Then our last sentence, will he find her? And there's a question mark, so it's asking a question. So what word do we have in our words to know box? And our word is find, find. So go ahead and draw a line under the word find. And then you're going to practice writing the sentence here on the line. So go ahead and write the word, will he find her? And write it on the line. Okay. Next, we have our page for short O, long O. We have the word hot, box, pole, log, mom, note. And so you have the letter O in the middle to trace your words. And then you have pole and note. And if you notice, it has the silent E, so that is O for the long O sound. Then in your journal today, think of words that have the ah sound and write them down. See if you can think of at least 10 words that have the short O sound or the ah sound. And then also in your journal, do the long O. See if you can think of 10 words that have the O sound in the word and write them down. And you have a story here called On the Run to practice reading. And then this week we're working on narrative nonfiction, and it's books about other people. It'll have characters, it'll have places, things that happened. And so nonfiction is, it tells a story about real people, real events, real things that happened. And so here we had Neil Armstrong, and he's a real person that was an astronaut, and he went to the moon. And so that was a real place. And then the real events, the rocket ship landed. Neil took a step. He was the first person on the moon. And then it says, talk about how you know this is a narrative nonfiction. And so it's just something that is real, a real story that happened. Here's your anchor chart that has narrative nonfiction. It has the anchor chart that shows Earth, and it shows the moon and the rocket ship. Then here is the story for the week. One of the stories called Cars Are Always Changing. And so your words, vocabulary words were crank, radio, engine, CD player. And it says read the text and look at the pictures to learn about how cars change. So think about for a minute how cars change and how they're different. Maybe you've seen some old timey type cars from a long time ago. And then think about the new cars and how they're the same and how they're different. Things that they've added to new cars, maybe things that were not on the old cars that are on the new cars. Here's the author, Gary Miller. It said he loves to hike, kayak, and fish. When he is not exploring the outdoors, you will probably find him reading a mystery novel or playing a guitar. So he doesn't only write stories, he also has other interests, playing the guitar and other hobbies that he likes to do. And then here's the story. Here's a picture of an old car. You might have seen those. I was telling the kids that I remember at Six Flags they had cars on a little racetrack or track that you could get in these cars and pretend like you were driving the old timey cars. So not sure if they still have that at Six Flags, but they used to. Then this is our new cars or newer cars that we have now. So go through the story, look at the pictures. You can have your parents to help you to read the story. Look at the details of the old cars and think about what the new cars look like. And then once you discuss the story with your family, think of what your car, if you were a car designer, what would your car look like? So draw a picture of what your car would look like if you could design a new car. Would it fly? Would it be on the rocks? Would it be on the road? Could it drive in the grass? Think about all the details you would add and what your car would do or need. And I'll send a new video in a little bit. Have a good day.